welcome to my morning routine. Now, my morning routine might look a little different than what is normal. As many of you know, I work evenings and I don't go into work until about 2 p.m. So here is what I typically do before I go into work. I usually wake up around 8:30, 9 o'clock. Now, the rule I have for myself is that I don't go on social media until about noon, but when I wake up, I will clear any notifications that I have, emails and such, and I will say good morning to my friends, put on my Apple Watch, and I'd like to introduce you guys to Mr. Pearl. Our boy Cheeto, he did officially pass away about 2 weeks ago, so this is our new buddy, and I'm still getting to learn him. So as you can see here, he has a hard time eating these pellets because Cheeto is actually a lot bigger than him. These don't fit in his mouth, so what I've been doing is crushing it for him so that he can eat, and I just bought him new food, so now he's chilling. But that's our new buddy. And then I make my way into the bathroom to do the whole morning routine. You know the drill. I brush the teeth. This is my new electric toothbrush that my dentist made me get. Those post-its are just like affirmations and scriptures that I want to memorize. They're not going to stay there, but for right now, they're on my mirror so I can look at them every day and memorize them. My dentist also is making me use 𝓢𝓸𝓬𝓲𝓪 twice a day for my gum health, so that's that. I take my vitamins first thing and fill up my Stanley. This is a 40-ounce tumbler. Monday through Friday, I only drink water. You guys know this. And I try to drink at least 2 of these a day. So I fill that up at the beginning of my day. And then I call it like opening up the apartment. It's kind of a weird way of saying it, but I open my blinds to get some light in. Sorry that that's like blinding, but I let some light in. You can see I have my fall decorations, and then I do turn my AC on still because it's really humid this week. And then it's time for Bible study. So I've shared this part with you guys. I read the verse of the day every day on my phone. That's the first thing I do. And so it comes with a little message with someone speaking. It comes with a sort of devotional like this one. And they're really not that long. And this used to be the only thing that I would do before I actually started reading my physical Bible every day. But it gives you a devotional, it gives you a prayer that you can pray. And anyway, so I use the Bible app for that. Then I am currently reading the book of 1st and 2nd Corinthians. Now I'm on 2nd Corinthians, so I read chapter 4 and 5 this day. I usually read 2 chapters a day, highlight whatever stands out to me, and then I go back and read just the parts that I highlighted, if that makes sense. I also filmed this on a Monday, and so on Mondays, after I finish with my Bible study, I copy over all of my notes from church the day before. So I take the notes on my phone, write down the scriptures, the whatever notes that stuck out to me from what the pastor said, and I write them on my phone. And then when I get home, or I do it really the next day, I write it all down. I reread the scriptures, and I highlight them with I do color coordinate. So blue highlighter is church notes, green is Bible study, pink is just what I read on my own. So yeah, so that's what I'm doing here. I'm actually in the book of Genesis here, which I have not read all the way through yet, but I want to. But yeah, my pastor, this is the pastor at the new church I've been going to, and he started a series called Family-ish, and it's just talking about relationships and the actual formula for healthy relationships, both familial and otherwise. And then this is me praying, really. My church is doing 21 days of prayer, where you write down things that you're believing for, and then you pray for 21 days over those things. So this was day 5, I think. So yeah, so that's my Bible time, my quiet time, I say. And now it's time to actually kick my butt into high gear and do things. I didn't realize how much I had to do this day. But anyway, so making the bed, making it pretty. I was definitely a little bit behind this day just because I was filming, but it is time to work out. So this is the fit. We're getting on the treadmill, and this is my little setup I have here. I started watching Virgin River, which I had started a couple years ago, and I remember I hated it back then. I only watched like 3 episodes, and now I actually really like it. So yeah, we're starting. I track my walk on my watch, and I usually do an hour, but I was also doing arms this day, which you'll see. So I did like 50 minutes on the treadmill and then went and did arms, so you'll see. But I crank up my walking pad to the highest it'll go, so you can't run on it, it's just a walking pad. But I put it up to 3.8 and I just walk. I usually get 3.5 miles in. I keep the windows closed, I keep the ceiling fan off, and I just sweat. You want to sweat as much as possible. So that's what I do. I watch my show, and then please don't make fun of my form, okay? It's not great, I am aware, but also I see, like, I look kind of really muscular there. I swear I'm not. I think it's just the lighting. I don't know. I promise you I'm not. But I do what works for me, and honestly, I already see a difference in my arms in just the last few weeks, so I'm not trying to get, like, swole, okay? But some definition would be nice, because I lost the definition in my arms that I had a couple years ago, so I'm trying to get that back. So yeah, I worked out for almost an hour and a half total this day, so that's why I was kind of behind. And then it's time to eat. I am making just my little avocado feta scramble. I feel like you guys have heard me talk about this so many times, but I basically just oh, very graceful, Sam. I cut up half an avocado. This is the easiest way to do it. I'm sure many of you guys know. And then I just scoop it out, so you get like the healthy fats from the avocado. I typically have about half an avocado almost every day. Not every single day, but most days. Or I'll like incorporate it into my lunch or like a tuna salad or something. You get really good healthy fats from those. I put a little bit of pepper in there. And then my favorite feta cheese. Man, I could eat feta just straight out of that tub by itself. It's so good. And so I just kind of like mash it up, and I just eat it like a little salad, and it's really good, and it holds me over until I get to work, because I'm gonna eat like an hour and a half after that. So then it's time to shower, put my robe on, and I gotta cook my dinner. I was making salmon and veggies this day, so typically I'll eat quote-unquote breakfast, which is a very small amount of food, around anywhere from like noon, like 11:30 to 1, anywhere in there. I don't like to eat before I work out because I get really bad like abdominal cramps if you've ever experienced that. So I don't eat until after I work out. And then I'll eat around like 2:30. I'll eat like my actual lunch at work, and then I eat dinner around like 6, like 5:30, 6 o'clock, with snacks in between. So that's my typical like eating schedule. I have a what I eat in a day video if you are curious, but I eat different things every day, obviously, but that's like the typical structure that I use, like time-wise. So on the zucchini, I just put salt, pepper, and parsley. Salmon, I did the same thing, but with dill instead of parsley. And yes, that's Parmesan cheese. Don't knock it. It makes a nice little golden crust on top, and it's so good. And also, I don't use Kraft Parmesan cheese, okay? That's the tub that it's in, but I buy the fresh stuff from the deli, and then I put it in the tub because it's easier to sprinkle. Anyway, I don't know why I'm explaining myself, but this was when I realized how late I actually was. I really underestimated how when you like film every single thing that you do, makes everything take longer. I haven't made one of these videos in a while, so I was running behind, so that's why you see like this look of concentration on my face. Because I was also gonna film, I needed to film a Patreon video this day before I left for work, so busy bee. But yeah, so I'm just doing a little half up kind of hairdo. The day after this was hair wash day, so my hair was a little greasy on top, so I did like a little half up clip sort of deal. And I actually really like the way that it looks. I feel like I've learned how to do it better with my hair, and then because my hair was up in a bun and I showered and stuff, it gets a little wavy, so I just quickly run the flat iron through my hair just to kind of make it look better. Put on some accessories. These are my new favorite gold hoops from Amazon. They were like $12 and they're gorgeous. I love them. And so yeah, here I am. This was a get ready with me Patreon video where I did a story time about a first date that I just went on. So if you guys are curious about that, it's actually kind of a funny story. So it's just a get ready with me and story time about the first date. So yeah. And then I realized how late I was gonna be for work, and I was like, okay, we gotta go. So I am just packing up my snacks. So I usually do either blueberries or grapes. Those are the two main ones that I eat throughout the week. I love grapes. I could eat that whole thing in one sitting, like that whole plastic tub. So good. So I'm packing up my popcorn, my little PB&J bars from Trader Joe's that I love. I brought some chamomile tea as well. I like drinking tea at work. Don't ask me why. And my grapes. And then this is a new lunch bag that I got because I needed a bigger one since I bring literally so much to work. So there goes my dinner. There goes my lunch. And a fork.